Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be playing some Mashbox. I haven't really done any videos on Mashbox. I've just done videos on BMX Streets, but I figure with this new update I may as well give you guys some kind of something to look at with it and discuss a bit of what I'm liking so far, some things that I'm not liking, and yeah, just do a general play. So far I am a big fan of BMX Streets and the way that it plays. I know not a lot of people are. Um, Obviously, the initial release of it didn't come out too strong, and that I feel dictates a lot of what people are going to continue to feel about the game. I just think with things like Mashbox and the fact that you can see a developer really trying to fix where his mistakes were, it leaves a lot of good in my mind. I've seen quite a few games over the last few years just get released, and then when players come at it with a negative review, that the developer just leaves it alone and doesn't come back to it. The new character on this feels good. I was one of those people that wasn't a big fan of the dice being on the bike or on the scooter or whatever you wanted to play with on Mashbox. Oh yeah, if you didn't know, scooter. Um, I think this is just a hardtail mountain bike with pegs. Uh, I don't know what the fuck this is. This is like some sort of skateboard, scooter thing. Um, you got a dual suspension mountain bike and a really long framed BMX. I don't know what exactly you would need this for, but if you ever want to ride a 40-inch top tube, here's your sign to do that. Oh, and a unicycle. I don't know if you're really into unicycle tricks, but if you are, boom. But I'll probably stick to riding the BMX for the majority of this. Maybe I'll do a little bit of scooter riding. I really enjoy the fact that he has brought the tricks over to the game. Before, if you were playing, you'd remember that there's only a tail whip as well as a bar spin. When the game first released, there was 0 tricks. So now you're able to do kind of everything that you can do in Streets. And that feels nice. I like the X-ups and stuff a lot. I hope that's something that he plans to keep in the game and not get rid of. Because I know in the BMX Streets build, there's no X-ups. You're actually lacking quite a bit of tricks in the regular build. But the experimental build came with a lot of good tricks. I didn't like the way that experimental played. I know some people kind of swear by it though. Everything feels super good in Mashbox. Like the transitions feel way better. You don't fly 25 feet away from the deck every time you want to do an air out. What I would like to see though is some sort of tricks on the coping. I think that this red one's kind of set up a little more for tricks on the coping, but I'm not 100% positive. All I know is anytime I try to do tricks on coping, I'm pretty unsuccessful with it. I'd also like to see some sort of foot jam variations for tricks. I know that the foot jam in the regular BMX Streets can be pretty hard to get into at times, but how cool would it be to do a foot jam tail whip? You know what I mean? Or even do like a tail whip where you land into the foot jam without going back to tires. The manuals feel a lot better too. If you play BMX Streets, you'll know that the manuals in BMX Streets are pretty unreliable. At times you go to turn, and instead of turning like this, you'll just end up on your ass, or I guess on your side. With nose manuals, if you want to do a nose manual, a lot of times you're going to end up just pivoting as soon as you try to turn, so that doesn't feel too nice. But with Mashbox, he's really got the feeling of that down, and I like that. Like, that's nice. You shouldn't have to hop if you want to complete a rotation. You should be able to just kind of rotate and spin yourself off. Oop. BMX Streets, you tend to just land yourself a little, like, into a 90 if you go to do it. It's like, maybe like that, or maybe your back tire clips the coping and suddenly you're in a spinning free fall like that. This, though, it feels good. Your magnets aren't too strong, so it doesn't just absolutely drag you over if you don't have enough speed. It doesn't pull you in if you're going too fast. Like, everything feels really nice about it. I'm gonna go over to the ramp section here, like the park section a little more, just so I can show you guys some of the like nose manual or the tooth hanger to whatever tricks. Like, that feels really nice. I know that it looks a little shitty sometimes, but it's better than when you're doing a nose manual and then you have to pop. Manual feels way better. Like, rather than when you have to pop your nose manual like that and you get way too much air out of it. If you want to hop, you can just kind of like that. That looks nice. In terms of grinds, I don't want to see too much of a change to the grind system in BMX Streets. I think the only grind I'd like to see a little different is the ice pick, and that just stems from the fact that when you do an ice pick, a lot of times your character starts walking like left to right, like kind of like this, versus I feel like in real life a lot of times as long as you go straight at a ledge, you're usually going to stay straight. You just have to contend with up or down. The tricks feel really nice. Tail whips, when they first put tail whips back into the game, the physics-based tail whip was a little weird because it would just throw you at like 30 to 45 degrees. So if you would do a tail whip, you'd probably land like over that way. Now you land a little straighter, which is ideal. You also couldn't really spin when you were doing them. Now you can get a good full spin. Before, you would start a rotation and try to do it, and then you'd probably, like, I don't know, you'd end up like somewhere over here. I hope that they keep this sort of like where you can do stuff in manual. I think pull-up bars are cool. Well, T-bog manuals are pretty cool. I like the fact that when you tooth hanger 180, you don't have to pop. Come on, tell me that doesn't look way better than in Streets. Oh, I don't know what that was, but okay. I also just think the manuals feel better. Like, manuals are way better. There's nothing when they want to work. I feel like the manuals are a little harder to do. Don't even get me started on the fact that we can now manual up and down the transition. I feel like I can really emulate a Devin Smiley playstyle, or even like a Courage Adams playstyle. Oh shit. I just know this is going to open us up to a way more tech playstyle. Personally, I'm someone that really enjoys grinding, really enjoys street riding. And I think if it's going to look similarly to this in Streets, there is going to be some absolutely wild possibilities. And that makes me super excited. So I'll probably just try to get like a couple of clips, if you can call them that, and I'll wrap this video up. Well, thank you for coming to watch the video. If you guys like this style of video, please comment and let me know. It would be super helpful if you liked and subscribed as well. Enjoy the rest of your day.